Hello and welcome to this review of J&B Rare, J&B blended Scotch whiskey. Just Ernie & Brooks, distilled, blended and bottled in Scotland. The company was established in 1749. I bought this at ABC, the liquor chain in Florida, in St. Petersburg, because I noticed they had a special $18.99. So in June 2018, I bought this there. It's usually about $22 here. By appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, Wine Merchants, Just Ernie & Brooks Limited, St. James Street, London, England. So there's the royal warrant. You might see that on there. The Scotch, this Scotch whiskey is actually not that old. From what I could gather on their website, came out, they said, just in time for Prohibition to end, so let's say about 1933. But if you look on the Just Ernie & Brooks website, their main business has been as wine merchants. They have thousands of wines listed on their website that you can purchase. And then whiskey and other things. So they're just offering a Scotch, and they have been bought out by Diageo, but they are a wine merchant, much like the Bellows American Blended Whiskey Company I was talking about. Not so much producers, but buyers and sellers, handlers of the products. But anyway, this is their famous J&B Just Ernie & Brooks. By appointment to their late majesties, King George III, House of Hanover, Queen Victoria, also of the House of Hanover, George IV, William IV, all those Hanoverians, and then King Edward VII, King George VI, and then His late Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, 1921 to 1936. In other words, Edward VIII, who got thrown out of office, so they don't call him King Edward VIII. But anyway, let's check it out. They say on the website, and it's 80 proof, they're saying on the website, oh, and back here, age for a minimum of 3 years, according to the Scotch whiskey regulation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England. Okay, you see this Scotch in a lot of movies. I noticed many movies you'll see it. I've never had it before. There are a good number of video reviews. I intend to watch them all. Now, have all the kings and queens of the United Kingdom, well, Great Britain and then later the United Kingdom, have they drunk this? Have they drunk this continuously? The Hanoverians and the Saxe-Coburg and Gotha House, so-called Windsor. I don't know. It's a royal appointment. It's an honor. It's an official thing. Now, if you go to the Buckingham Palace, I don't know if Queen Elizabeth and family are drinking J&B, but maybe. They say on the website, and I was going to mention this earlier, the focus with this blended Scotch whiskey is as a mixed drink. My friend David said, "Oh, I know that. That's a bar whiskey." He called it a bar whiskey. Okay. The website says that's what it's produced to make. Highballs, okay? It's not intended for this, a sipping whiskey and all of that. They do talk about how it's a blend of 42 whiskeys, 42 different whiskeys. They said the backbone of this is Speyside single malt, which gives it the fruity flavor and the light color. That's what they're saying. And it is very light, like the Cutty Sark, very light. Pale straw. And then they talk about all the different grain whiskeys that are blended in. So whether you like blended whiskey or not, I don't know. Okay, I've been trying them. They're interesting. Single malt is all barley malt, various mixtures and whatnot. And then this is basically grain alcohol made from maize or corn, right? And then the flavors coming from the single malt, much like American blended whiskey, where you have a grain alcohol base, and then your flavors coming in from that 20% straight bourbon that's blended in. And age could be 4 years, 6 years, 2 years. 2 years, even with the Beams 8-star. So it just depends, and so now let's check it out. okay, there's a very faint, or mellow, I should say, smokiness and peatiness. Okay, so if you're looking for intense, deep, rich smoke and peat, this is not what you're gonna be looking for. But then to be fair, remember, we have to be fair, it's not created to be that. Is there a lot of grain alcohol, corn, maize, column distilled grain alcohol? Yes. How many of the 42 whiskeys is grain? I don't know, probably 80% of it. How much is the single malt blends blended together? Probably about 20%. Don't forget, this is one of the most popular Scotch whiskeys in the world, okay? I have no bias towards it nor against it. I've never had it in my entire life. It's a pleasant aroma. You get that grain alcohol burn underneath though. So they're saying on the website, go heavy on the mixing and go, but they're saying something like, take it easy on the J&B. In other words, don't drink too much, all right? That's good advice. Oh yeah, there's a real nice smoke going on throughout the sip here. Is it overt? No. On the other hand, it's not super faint. It's just there across the sip. Smokiness. Mellow. Peat. Yes. Fruit. Now they say fruit. Let's see about that fruit. Yeah, like green apple, or maybe some Bartlett pears. You know, when you get the Clan McGregor from William Grant and Sons, that has that baked apple, but it's apple. So this is different experiences of apple. Let's see. Oh yeah, those thin alcohol legs. However you say that word. This Scotch is mellow to the hilt. You could really enjoy it. I think I will really enjoy it. Now, is it better than Cutty Sark? It's more expensive by a good $6-7. It does have a more developed flavor, even though it's still only 3-year age like that one. That one can be a little thin in the flavor and aroma. But and there's really not a lot of smoke quality with that one. Although it's not bad. The Clan McGregor, which is going to run you about $10 a bottle, would have more smoke and more of the waxiness than the Cutty Sark. They all have their role. I wouldn't turn any of them down. I don't want to go too long in this video. It's a fascinating product. I have to admit that. I can't just say, oh yeah, it's out there. I can see why it's sort of a legendary thing. Are they paying the movie producers to put this in the movies? I mean, what do you think? You think the movies are just putting it in there to be nice because they're friendly? I mean, I think we know the answer to that question. That's not really an issue for me. There's a little waxiness underneath, though. Little. The smoke is starting to. I don't want to keep saying develop. It's starting to build. It's starting to. It's almost like it's infused throughout the product, which you don't always get. And I noticed on the internet, but we can't get it here. No way. there was like 15-year aged, J&B 15-year aged. There's some really fancy pants hi-hat versions, much like the Cuddy Sark, which you can get a $250 bottle of super deluxe, explosive, incredible significance blended. But we may not get that here. We just get the universal base model, which I'm very pleased with. Okay, so a score, and then I'm going to write a written review over there on the internet. There's a little peppery note at the back end. You can't deny that. You say, no, don't even say that R word. I won't say the R word, but where's the pepper coming from? You tell me. I have to go with an A minus. It's at least excellent. So if you want to really run it down and say it's got all these problems, okay, I'll go along with those issues you take with it. I'll probably take issue with it, but I'm gonna still say A minus. 90 out of 100. Yeah, that would be at the minimum. That's my low ball score. I think I could think on this and drink on this and go much higher, or a good deal higher at least. Is it world class? Why would it be world class? Not even designed to be that. Is it enjoyable? Yeah. Would it be perfect for mixed drinks, highballs, cocktails? Yeah, I think so. Am I glad I tried it? You know I'm glad I tried it. I couldn't resist anymore. I had to try it. It was in the cabinet. It said, try me. I was like, okay, I can't handle it. I got to do it. Mighty fine. These people kind of know what they're doing, since 1749, or whoever their contractor is, their providers. They know what they're doing. Thanks for watching this video production. Laissez les bon temps relay. And I'm going to end this review by saying, let me know what you think about this excellent product. And y'all come on down. I'll get it right. Y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.